Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever Roots News video story. I'm Matt Crotteau and my editor Chadwick Moyer and I are going to look into the problematic parking in the lot shared with WITC. To start, we asked students and staff, including the dean, what they thought about parking in the south lot.
Well, I think we were just talking about the issue of the ice and the sort of random parking that's going on in the south student lot. And I think that there's a number of concerns there. One of them is the concern about individual safety, slipping on ice, backing up into somebody else's car.
People don't know how to park, and they always park in random spots and never the correct stalls. A lot of times people park each other in. Yeah.
Describe the parking situation in the lot shared with WITC.
Completely ridiculous and ineffective. I guess I don't really know. The whole situation just needs to be looked at and reevaluated. There are enough canyons and valleys out there as far as ice are concerned.
It's a mess, and people can't get through, and I think some cars should be towed daily because it's preventing people from parking.
I think it's pretty ridiculous. See this? I got the sniffles because I gotta walk all the way around people when they park horrible. It's a straight line right down the center of the poles. Making me have to walk around you makes me exposed to the elements a little bit more, and now I got the sniffles, and quite frankly, I'm a little pissed off.
So why are students parking so poorly?
It's very interesting to me that when the lines are covered, and it's true everywhere, it's not just here, the standard orderliness just disappears. People can't imagine the lines being there, and then they park in these strange ways. And I don't know how to get around it.
Well, see, it's also tough because there's no line. I mean, it's hard to see the lines in the wintertime, and then I guess there really isn't parking enforcement like you'd find on a big campus. And then also, everyone's trying to park in that parking lot because they think it's so much closer, and so they just make their own spot.
So what are some possible options for clearing the snow and or making the lines more visible?
Well, one thing I think that we should do is hire some new people to plow, because they obviously don't know what they're doing. There are enough canyons and valleys out there as far as ice are concerned.
Yeah, I maybe would ask somebody at Marketplace what they do, if getting the visibility of the spaces might help free up some other spaces. I might want to know what the secrets are, what the options are for clearing the snow away and the ice away.
We contract out our snow removal, and I think a business like Marketplace probably does that same thing. But
we stopped by Marketplace to ask some questions, but had no such luck on getting an interview.
Another solution would be, I don't know if it'd be to fence it off so much as to find a way to determine the boundaries if there is snow on the ground, so that people know where to park and which direction to park, so they're not taking up 4 spaces with a Geo Metro, or they're not parked sideways when they should be parked straight on. So
we then asked these students, who seemed to be so quick to accuse others, if they themselves were guilty of participating in this poor parking.
Once or twice, only because I don't want to screw it up even more. The line's going to be going around in a parabola. I'm not going to park where I'm supposed to anymore because it wouldn't make sense.
Pretty much forced to.
Well, when you get retards that don't know what the hell they're doing and parking the opposite way that they're supposed to be parked or pulled way over the center line, you have to obviously adjust your parking to the idiots that think they know what they're doing.
I usually actually park in what people refer to as the bad lot.
Get people to park up above. It's not as far of a walk as you would think, and people need exercise. Yeah, it might suck during cold weather, but whatever. Get there earlier.
But I'd say that my advice would be, if you can't find the spot that you really want up in the south parking lot, is to go into the north parking lot. There's always spots up there.
It's really not that far to walk, even in that other one. And I'm a big guy that hates walking.
Well, I think maybe one thing you do is make people park up there by making that like the blue lot and giving people blue passes. And if you have a blue pass, you have to park in that lot. And if you want to pay a little more and get a red pass for the WITC lot, then you get a red pass. I don't know, something like that might be an option.
I think if you charge an extra $5 or something, yes, that's very much so a fair solution. The only thing is that you'd have to make sure that there's somebody out there checking every day, almost once or twice, probably once an hour or so, getting out there and making sure that somebody that's not authorized to park out there has parked out there. But yes, I believe that would be a fair solution to this problem.
I think it's a horrible idea. I don't want to be paying more money for a parking spot that I already pay enough for to go to school. First come, first serve. If you don't find a spot, don't create one.
It's an interesting idea. We ought to be able to work this up. I hate the idea of charging for parking. Although charging for preferred parking is maybe not such a crazy notion. I'd want to go there, I think, carefully. Once the snow goes away, I think the issue is not quite so serious. One of my objectives is to try to keep the local fees as low as possible because the tuition keeps going up, although it hasn't now in 3 years. But students are paying enough as it is, and I just hate to pay for something that, like parking.
Okay, we didn't solve the problem, but our goal at Roots is to get you involved. Do you like Ryan's idea of preferred parking? Do you have other ideas for clearing the snow or ice? Do you have ideas that we didn't even come close to covering? Please, write into Roots or even stop by the office. It's easy to complain, but actually taking action will get things done. Forget what your mom and pop taught you. Talk back, take action, dig in.
Just be smart. Don't be a tool. Come on.
Use common sense.
Well, I think that it's simple advice, and it probably won't work. And it's use common sense. And if you're parking in a place where you think you're going to block somebody else, don't do it. Or you're going to really make somebody else's exit from a parking place harder. Just don't do it. Maybe if you see somebody parking like that, ask them politely to park a little more rationally. But